A staple in every Cambodian's household, this soup is my children's favorite. This hearty soup has the sourness from the tamarind, the richness from the beef shank, the tropical citrus flavor from the assortment of herbs. It's a complete meal to help them grow and be strong. This soup is called Salamaju Saiko. Let's begin. So these are the ingredients that we're using for this soup. I have slakrai, slakatrop, takuan, krochma, khtam kriam, madeng, lamiet, khtam sa, khtam kaham, slakroch, prahok, Scotnout, Bull, Tray, Boko, Ambal, Haiseko. So before we start anything, let's get the water boiled while I prepare the ingredients. Lemongrass, one of my favorite backyard medicine. These plants are so resilient, it requires little tending and survive in almost drought conditions. I have to slice this first because it's the most tedious work in this recipe. Great, the water is boiling. I need some for the tamarind later. Here I'm using sour and not sweet tamarind. The flavor profile of both are completely opposite. Don't be mistaken. Add water to liquefy the fruit. I got pasture-raised beef because the meat is tastier and more nutritious. I boil this to simply cook off excess fat and also to cut slices easier. But if you like the grease, ignore this process. Turmeric has amazing properties. Did you know that Okinawa, Japan has the world's longest average lifespan and they drink turmeric tea daily with honey? Galangal is underrated. It has a sweet, earthy, spicy mustard-like aroma. Smells like the blend of pine needles and black pepper. Slice this thinly. I'm peeling the garlic because it helps keep the vampires away. Well, at least maybe from my fingers. Cut off the stem to make it easier to peel. Now I'm cutting up my mini-me red onions, also known as shallots. These have a potent sweet smell. These are dried California peppers that have been rehydrated. I'm de-seeding them and scraping the flesh. If you like the skin, that's okay. Sometimes I don't like the pieces lingering in my mouth after I'm done eating. Now I'm cutting up the water spinach in 1.5 inches and placing them aside. I have to take out the beef to cool it down before I slice it thin. Cut the kaffir lime in thin slices, also known as laughing lime, kroeung. Okay, the Kroeung party is ready to blend. Time for the herbs to be pulverized. I have to move it around because I might end up getting stubborn chunks and it's not a pleasant surprise. I'm roasting these curry leaves to extract the oils. These guys are the grand finale. I love the sound of popping curry leaves. There's a musical piece that performs right up to your taste buds. I'm going to thinly slice my shank so it's easier to chew. I'm officiating the oil to the pot to marry the flavors of the kroeung. Add the delicious Prahok, also known as Cambodian cheese. I'm so excited to add these beefy bad boys. Add water. Do not forget the bone. The marrow is a delicacy. This one goes to the honorary guest. Add the tripe. You can use honeycomb tripe, but my favorite is book tripe. It's called book tripe because the meat flaps like the pages in a novel. Let this cook on medium for 30 minutes until the meat is easily chewed. After the tamarind has been hydrated, squeeze it between your fingers. I'm slicing the palm sugar so it can dissolve faster. Add fish sauce, the soul of Cambodian cuisine. A good bottle of fish sauce is like a good bottle of wine. It takes years to have a perfectly aged concoction. Strain the tamarind from the pulp. I'm squeezing lime for the added acidity and also vitamin C. When adding the water spinach, always account for 4 times its volume because it shrinks. This show is dedicated to my brother. His wife recently threw him a party because he secretly patented an engineering mechanism. Completely humble guy, not like me. If you gave me a humble badge, I'd wear it all the time. I made this dish for his party because it's one of his favorites. I had people there that were not Cambodian eat it for the first time. Those that ate it enjoyed it, and others just were plain scared. I don't blame them. Fermented fish, beef stomach, swamp-like colors is not appealing to them. That's okay, more for us. When the watercress spinach has drowned and wilted in this heavenly broth, add the finishing touch, the roasted curry leaves. This is what I'm talking about, the unadulterated ingredients like tamarind and turmeric, making our food as less processed as can be, just like our ancestors, to promote the true medicinal beauty of Cambodian cuisine. This is a hearty and satisfying soup with complex textures. The hind shank flavors the broth beautifully with the Prahok, as does the Kroeung. Please enjoy. The first thing I like to do is to warm up my water as I'm preparing all my food preparations.